We had no idea this place existed.
We're having a lot of fun today.
This area is called Valley of the Screams, and for good reason. We're going to talk more about that later.
At the center of the valley is a historic town with overall charm that's over 500 years old.
We went to this area to look at some homes for sale, but we were so surprised and shocked by what we saw on our way to the properties that we felt like this place deserved its own video.
We think you're going to fall in love with this place just as much as we did.
We did not meet very many English speakers where we filmed this video, so if you're going to plan a visit there, you might want to learn some Spanish.
Thankfully, it is so fun and easy to learn Spanish or another language with LingoPie, today's sponsor.
We're huge fans of LingoPie because they have a variety of entertaining programs like La Nena. That's our new addiction. It is so freaking funny.
Not only will you learn vocabulary by watching these types of shows, you'll learn context, which is so important. It really helps you speak and understand the meaning of words and phrases.
There are a lot of learning tools built into the LingoPie interface. There's a list of keywords to learn on the right of the video, and then you can follow along with the script.
You can choose how you want the captions displayed, replay a sentence to make sure you heard it correctly, practice saying it yourself, and get feedback on your pronunciation.
Es que no son chistes, ma, es la verdad. No, 95 out of 100.
You can loop a sentence to help with comprehension and adjust the speed to go at your own pace. You're going to really appreciate this feature when you watch La Nena because Colombian Spanish is so freaking fast.
LingoPie is always adding new features and programming to help you learn faster and stay motivated.
They've recently added podcasts, audiobooks, and even music for you Bad Bunny fans out there. And that is all to keep you entertained while you learn.
And that's why it's one of our favorite ways to learn and practice Spanish.
Check below for a link to save 55% off the annual plan. Valle de los Chillos is located in the southeast corner of the Quito metro area.
It was named Valley of the Screams because it's where the first meetings were held to plan the rebellion against Spanish rule.
This is where the first screams of freedom were heard in Ecuador.
And in the heart of the valley is the historic town of Sangolquí, which was founded in the early 1500s.
The town is popular with local tourists, and it's known for its sculptures, its corn, and helado de paella.
We stopped for ice cream. We're in a place that's been around for 80 years. They said their site says they're the original and authentic
And legitimate
helado de paella, which is like shaved ice. So it's ice cream, it's fruit, so it's sin leche. And I have naranja y mora, which is orange and blackberry or raspberry. JP, it's muy refrescante.
Refrescante.
Sí.
¿Le gusta?
Muy rico, delicioso.
Muy bien.
En Sangolquí.
Cheers!
We were so shocked and blown away by this adorable old town. It felt like we had been transported to a charming village in Spain or Italy.
We went on a Thursday when they have their big weekly market. We weren't even expecting that. And they had everything there, including one type of food we never thought we'd see in Ecuador.
JP?
You can always find the chocolate.
I know, actually Javier pointed out to me.
Panela.
Panela?
The caca de perro is corn with this.
Oh, me encanta.
The sugar cane, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Cachos!
Amelia, you gonna eat some beetles?
No.
No cacho para
No.
two?
I'm just sticking to my habas.
It's been a rough morning for the dog.
I know, he's had a hard morning.
I see you walked right by the beetles and right toward the shoes.
Yeah, that is the first time I've ever seen anybody cooking beetles in Ecuador. It was very interesting, and I have to admit they actually looked pretty tasty, but I'm not that brave. Cacho is what we would call a grub, but Javier and Patty told us they were called beetles.
They were frying these things up all over the market, and Javier said that they're a delicacy with a creamy filling. I don't know, Amelia, would you eat a cream-filled worm?
No, that is so gross. They actually smelled pretty good, but once I realized what they were, they did not smell good anymore.
No, it was too much like Temple of Doom for me.
I had bugs for lunch.
All right, if you don't want to eat bugs for lunch, Sangolquí and Valle de los Chillos both have a lot more of amazing things going for them.
Starting with they are very clean. We didn't see any trash. I didn't really even see any graffiti, which is somewhat unusual. And we didn't see any dog poop in Sangolquí on the sidewalks.
Yeah, that's really common throughout Ecuador to see dog poop everywhere. It's also very safe. Our friend Pilar, who's lived in the area for 35 years, said that she walks around there at night and it's very safe in the area.
Yeah, it's very family friendly.
There's also a lot of pedestrian-only areas, so a lot of the streets were completely closed. I'm sure that people used to drive on them, but now they are just for pedestrians.
It's home to the prestigious Valle University, which means we saw a lot of young people and it had a really vibrant energy. I got us a variety of snacks. We got habas, which are fava beans, choclo, and mani. Oh, and garbanzo beans, and they're all muy rico.
And caca de perro.
Caca de perro is the choclo. We got sweet and salty.
You'll also see a lot of historic buildings, a lot of old colonial architecture in this area, since this town is over 500 years old.
Yeah, it was so amazing and so colorful. We found a lot of nice parks in Sangolquí, and there is a lot of green space throughout Valle de los Chillos.
There's also several golf course communities for you golfers out there. We actually saw 2 of them, and you're going to see those in more detail in our real estate video. So be sure to hit that subscribe button.
The location is fantastic. It's close to the San Luis Mall, which is one of the nicest malls in Quito. It's close to the international airport and downtown Quito.
Yeah, a lot of people actually live in Sangolquí and Valle de los Chillos and commute in to work in Quito.
And it's known for its high quality healthcare. They have excellent doctors and hospitals.
It rains more in Valle de los Chillos, which means it's greener than some of the other areas around Quito.
The temperatures are very comfortable with highs in the low 80s and lows in the low 50s, and those are Fahrenheit.
But we always like to say that no place is perfect, and there are a few downsides to this area. And one is that it's at 8,200 feet in elevation, so that means the air is pretty thin for those of you who do not like that.
And there are a lot of people. There are around 300,000 people living in that area, and that is about the size of Cuenca, all crammed into a suburb of Quito.
And that means there is a lot of traffic congestion. It took us a long time to drive around while we were over there. And we were there in the middle of the day on a Thursday, and we were in bumper to bumper traffic on roads that were under construction for quite a bit of the day.
You'll have gorgeous views of Cotopaxi, which is great because it's really beautiful, but it's also a little bit scary because it's an active volcano.
Valle de los Chillos is considered a high-risk area for both mud flows and lava flows, although the volcano has not erupted like that in a very, very long time. However, it is spewing some ash and smoke recently.
I did ask Pilar about that. As we said earlier, she's lived in the area for 35 years, and she said that they don't worry about that at all, so that's good to know.
Most of the nice houses that we're going to show in a future video are located on high ground, and you're not going to have to worry about the lava flows there.
Or hopefully ever.
We fell in love with Sangolquí and this whole area. It was so vibrant and colorful and just energetic.
And the people are so friendly. I cannot wait to go back and get some of that delicious helado de paella.
If you enjoyed this video, we think you're gonna like this one next.
And keep an eye out for our next video from the area because you are gonna be shocked by how much house you can get for the month.
Before you go, leave Sangolquí a thumbs up and we will see you all in our next video.
Ciao.
Ciao.